Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here to share my mid-year planner update. I'm going to record a separate video for my journal update, mid-year journal update. So this, again, we're focusing on planner update. How are things going? And I have to say, I am going to be incorporating some changes soon. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my daily planner. My daily planner is the Sterling Ink N1, which is like a week's Hobonichi week size. And I have it housed here in this Moterm planner cover, which I absolutely adore. I utilized this same cover last year. Did not feel a need to purchase anything new. And I love this case. I love this planner. However, I'm just going to start flipping through, questioning the need moving forward. I'm going to continue for the rest of 2025 with this planner. However, I'm going to be testing out something new alongside of this to see if it will work for me in 2026, and I'll share that with you in a moment. In the meantime, this planner is absolutely gorgeous. The Tomoe River Sanzen paper so far in this planner has been fine. So no complaints there. This is a minimal planner. I've been keeping up with everything. This is my exercise tracker. Shouldn't say with everything. I haven't been keeping up as much with my financial side of things, and that is to my own fault. Honestly, I've had a lot of loss this year, and that I've allowed that to get in the way of keeping up with certain things, and the financial planner is one of them. And I'm glad I'm flipping through this. I need to update this for July through September. So I'll be doing that in the next few days. I haven't been keeping up with my monthly sections, as you'll see. The last month that I have things written in is April, and I have not updated for May, June. So I'm going to get back on track for that. I do like the monthly visual. The last couple of months have been, I would say since last October, has been challenging for me. But that's okay, because this is my planner system. The weekly pages have been going great for me. I think they've been going great. I started tracking several habits. I shouldn't say several habits, but tracking several like supplements, water intake, stretching. And I found, I would say starting, when did I stop that? I stopped that in February. Yeah, in February sometime, and I started with my task that was more a bullet journal, Buyo style, and that works for me. I've continued to keep up with my sleep. That's very important to me, and it's something that I struggle with. I was keeping track of my symptoms until actually this week, because I'm at the point where I'm just in pain almost every single day. So I'm like, why bother? If I see that something's getting worse, then I'll jot it down and contact my doctor or make an appointment or whatnot. but I found I really just do not want to focus on it, is the other thing, because it's something that I'm just gonna have to live with. So I love this planner. I love the setup of this Sterling ink planner. I find that it works well for me. I just don't know if I need this much space, honestly, for everything going on in my life. I've tracked my menstrual cycle here because I'm going through perimenopause, but I also purchased with like a half a year of extra pages, and I'm not using them. I don't really need to or find the need. So what I will be doing alongside of this for the next, I don't know, will it be a month? Will it be 2 or 3 months to see if it works, is using a traveler's passport. And this is the Love and Trip red. It's like a burgundy deep red. And I've decided to go back to, let me grab it. Sorry guys, I meant to grab this. My bullet journal style that I was using last year, 2024. And I've slimmed it down a little bit. So I was using Bullet Journal System 2024 for most of 2024 in this notebook therapy journal. And now I'm gonna see if I can condense into this passport size, because yes, I like minimal, I like space, but I found at times that this was too much space and kind of a waste. And I'm really trying to be more mindful of that. So what I have in here is a grid notebook. I have a little sticker here from the Boston General Store that I purchased this traveler's passport notebook from. I've created my key, and I've started my July. This is a stamp that I have, a stamp set of different calendars, and these are a couple stamps that I have. This is my monthly overview that I list events, birthdays, things that I just want to keep track of here on my monthly view. Then I have a weekly task, you know, something that I'm going to do weekly, I will add here. Or monthly, I should say. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. You know what I meant. Monthly tasks, weekly tasks here. And then I will start my dailies here. And then so I'll have my dailies for this week here. So this is the 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So I'll have probably a couple pages. If I do not have anything going on a particular day, then I will skip here. So I'm going to start with June 30th. And I have something going on. Yeah, I have something going on the 30th. My mom flies in. The 1st, I have doctor's appointment. The 2nd, I'll probably be traveling. The 3rd, I have a funeral, unfortunately, to attend. And then my mom and I will be traveling back from that. And then the 4th, my mom will be flying out. So I'll list all of that in the dailies here, but I'll probably be able to fit, you know, at least 2 or 3 dailies with minimal tasks. And then I'll create week 2, so on and so forth. And then I have this sticker release paper back here. I was thinking of using, I'm not sure I want to keep this very minimal, and I will likely start stamping again because I enjoy that, and I haven't stamped for months, but it will be minimal as you see here. So that is my plan. Again, I'm going to continue this one and use this alongside of it. So that's been going well. The next planner that I'm going to talk about is my fountain pen ink planner in this Kinbor little A6, and it is also housed in a Moterm A6 cover. I have been enjoying this. However, I am finding that this is just not big enough for me. Also, the paper is inconsistent. I have inks that just bleed right through sometimes on paper, and then sometimes they don't. So I have decided, moving forward, see, I love this section here. This is the monthly section where I put the larger swatches. I have decided I'm going to use this notebook up, and I may just allow myself to play around in here, swatch inks, whatever. But I have decided moving forward, where did I put it? And you're gonna notice a theme here. I have decided to switch to this Traveler's regular size notebook, and this is a recent acquisition. It was a collaboration with Blackwing. They make pencils and other things there. Highly recommend, go check them out. But I was wondering, I'm like, what do I want to switch to? And I pulled out my original Traveler's notebook, which is all black. And I was housing my, let me just flip through here. I have this Love and Trip folder in here, and it's, I stuck the, just want to show you because some people are curious on how to get that in the Traveler's notebook. I took the bookmark and I just put it in here through the bottom, and then to keep it in place, there is a bookmark area cut here, and that kind of holds it in place. And then I have this plastic folder in here with a sticker I received. Can't remember. Oh, I think I got this through Endless Pens. It was one of their stickers they sent, and I really like this one. This is my aesthetic, like vintage type. Then I have this folder in here, manila folder, that I will keep things in. Now, I had this notebook where I was keeping all of my ink bottles, recording all of the ink bottles that I have. And I purchased this, just so you can see, lightweight paper. Traveler's Notebook 013 regular size lightweight paper. It's blank, it has 128 pages. And I absolutely love this paper. So I was like, you know what? I am going to use this for my ink notebook. So I'm going to continue tracking my ink bottles. And I'm going to start another notebook, separate notebook, using the same paper for my currently inked. And I've started July here. I haven't gotten to that. I'm going to record that soon. And then I stuck this notebook, which came with the Blackwing Traveler's notebook. I stuck this in the back here. I just slipped it into the manila folder, and I'm going to use this most likely for recording pens, possibly thoughts. I haven't quite figured it out, and I want to ensure that I utilize this book wisely. I think it's, number one, beautiful, a beautiful collaboration, and I want to be very systematic and mindful how I use this notebook itself. But I think it would be great to yeah, maybe start listing out the pens that I have, or the pens I definitely want to keep, that type of thing, because I want to start downsizing my collection, giving stuff away. And then in the back here, I have some stickers. I love this sticker here, even though it's not quite, oops, I left that open, my aesthetic, but inky fingers forever. So I keep that in here. The charm here was part of the collaboration. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'm very excited for this change because I need more space to write. I have larger hands and fingers for a woman, and I just found myself not enjoying this size. I'm very grateful for it and my experience with it, and I'm going to continue to use the paper. I'm not going to let it go to waste, but moving forward, I'm going to be housing my currently inked and swatches and things like ink swaps or whatnot here. And instead of having daily pages, I'll just date the page when I see fit. So it's not, I don't feel overwhelmed to keep up with something daily. So that is that. And I'm noticing a trend here for myself, and you will notice too. So the last planner that I have here, so I've been primarily using 3 planners, is my Wonderland 222 Bible study planner, or just Bible faith planner. And I have not kept up with this as much as I'd like to. I really enjoyed Wonderland 222 planner last year, but this particular notebook, I've had a lot of issues with the quality of the paper. And what I mean by that is I write with fountain pens, and it doesn't matter what pen I've written with, it feels super scratchy. And I know this is a sailor pen. I'm not talking about like toothy, I don't know how to explain, but it feels like a pencil when you're writing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about literally it's scratchy and very uncomfortable to write with. Even with my Estabrook Esty pen, I've tried pretty much my Venus. I've written my Sailors, Estabrook, Pilot, Kakunos, Pilot capless pens. I love the setup of this planner, and I do not want to sound like a spoiled brat or ungrateful, but it has really turned me off from using this planner. I've continued to use it, as you can see here, but I haven't decorated the planner like I did in 2024. You might see little bits and pieces here like that, but and that's for different reasons too. I've just been in the grieving process, and you would think that keeping up with stamping and stickers and things would help, I've just been exhausted and overwhelmed. So it's just not something I've been keeping up with. However, I am feeling better and wanting to utilize my stamps and stickers and things. But I made a decision that starting in July, I'm just going to stop using this planner. This is an Aura Estelle planner cover, which I absolutely love. This is a mauve color, which is my favorite color. And then in the back is where I've been journaling on my Bible studies. So what I've decided to go with, surprise, surprise, is using planners that I already had. I purchased this Olive Traveler's regular notebook. I've had it sitting for a while. I was very tempted to purchase a plotter, an A5 plotter or A5 Woozy Studio, which is like a dupe of the plotter, and get a rings binder. And that might be a possibility for 2026 if this doesn't work out. But I wanted to really utilize what I had on hand. I'm really been praying about that. And so I've set this up to start in July. And I have this clear plastic cover, the like crafty folder, manila folder. I've decorated the cover a little bit, put some stickers in here. This quote, "He must increase, but I must decrease." This has really helped me become accountable for even worldly things, because I love worldly things. And then I've started my first page here. So my plan is to date each page. I've also, if I am honest, have gotten to the point where it is a daily, 6 days a week, I am in some type of Bible study or reading the Bible and or both. So I don't really need all of this, although I love the setup. I do not need that. So I've decided I'm just going to use a stamp. I have this stamp that I purchased on Amazon, and I've just been dating each page, and then I will set it up accordingly to meet my needs. So that is my plan moving forward. And I just have currently one blank notebook. I have several blank notebooks on hand that I haven't been using. Again, I don't, if I'm to be honest, I don't know if this is ideal long term for me, because there are certain things that are important to me to keep track of, and these are small notebooks, so to file them all and keep them is going to be a lot. So I'm thinking in the future an A5 plotter or Woozy Studio rings will likely suit me better. However, I need to use what I have on hand at this time and at least give it a shot. I might find, wow, this is low pressure. Also questioning, am I referring back to it? Do I need to file them and keep them on hand? Or can I tear pages out or cut pages out that I want to keep and then kind of transfer them to the next notebook? I'm not sure yet, so I'm going to allow this time for myself to try. So that is my mid-year planner update. So we're going pretty much to sticking with just to wrap this up, sticking with my sterling ink housed in this Moterm, to trying out a passport, traveler's passport to ink and Bible study planner, journal, so to speak, really planner, to all travelers, which I'm very surprised about, but not at the same time. Oh, and the other thing I meant to mention is I do have, Travelers has a freestyle monthly diary setup, and I think I'm going to purchase that in 2026 if I go this route. And if they have it for this passport, I'm going to do the same so I can continue to track my exercise, or I'll just create a separate tracker for that. I haven't figured that out, but these are just all the thoughts that are housed in my brain at this time. So that's a wrap, guys. I hope you all are doing well, and take care. Love and blessings.